This is Willie Needham. I'm the evangelist minister of Set the Captives Free Ministries here in the state of New York, and I'm here to demonstrate my take on the good person test. What we've done here is we've made our own sign out of your average garden variety poster board. We've anchored it with a candy display sign that was donated to us by a local gas station. And then what we did was we give out little prizes, and with the dry erase we can change it up. We can offer free water, free candy, but in this case we're giving a big cash prize. Good luck trying to make change with this, by the way. So what we've done with this table is we've painted it with chalkboard paint. You can find it at your local craft store. It's pretty easy to access. Laid out a few tracks. This one's pretty appropriate for the good person test. Are you good enough to go to heaven? And then a few for the kids. Everybody likes free comics. So what we do, the whole purpose of the chalkboard paint is to actually illustrate what your sin looks like. So when somebody sits down and they take the test, I explain to them how the Ten Commandments is much like a way of examining yourself to see what kind of standing you have with God. Just like how when you have a cold, you look at your symptoms to see whether you need to be treated by a doctor. So what we do is I write down the person's name. I start going through the law with them. Have you ever told a lie? Yes. What does that make you? A liar. Have you ever stolen anything? Yes. What does that make you? A thief. Have you ever used God's name in vain as a cuss word? Yes. That's called blasphemy. So by your own admission, you told me you're a liar, a thief, and a blasphemer, based on God's standards. So the question is, if you stood before God tonight, would you be innocent or would you be guilty? You'd be guilty. Now, of course, I allow them to admit it on their own. And then, where does that leave you? Does that leave you in heaven or does that leave you in hell? Well, that would leave me in hell. Does that concern you? Of course it does. So at this point, you can try to erase it by doing good works. You can try to cover your sin, just like I'm trying to erase this sin from Willie's life. But as you can see, it's still pretty clear, right? See, this is what you call self-righteousness. It's just like this poor quality eraser. So now, at this point, I ask the person who's taking the test, how would they like to have it all completely washed away, where no traces of sin can be found? And at this point, when they ask, they say, yes, I want to have this completely washed away. That is the point when I have the privilege to present the gospel of Jesus Christ, how God became a man, lived a perfect life, and died on the cross for your sin. So the whole thing can be summed up in 11 words. You broke God's law, Jesus paid your fine, it is finished. And so as this is drying, I go through the gospel message, and once it's completely dried out, or at least the majority of the way, all right, Willie is redeemed, meaning you have been bought and paid for by the blood of Jesus Christ. And that is how I do the good person test. So now we're going to show you a few live clips from the Hyde Park Community Day, which was a very good turnout, and so I hope you enjoy them. Alright, so just like how when you're sick, you get a lot of symptoms. Runny nose, nausea, to see whether you need treatment. But in the same way, the 10 Commandments.
Oh, sure, yes. I'll give you your water.
What symptoms we have of our spiritual condition to see if we need treatment.
And,
so,
here's your water.
I'm just going to ask you a few questions about the 10 Commandments.
I'll give you one of these.
Yeah? What are some lies? Liar, okay?
And,
What are some of the things you do? Alright, let's tell somebody who steals. safe?
Oh, you can take a candy too, sure. I take anything.
Everyone's got the like, oh my god. Alright, well, that's my last one. It's actually very serious. Alright, you know this radio shut up about adultery, but Jesus says that if a man looks at a woman and lusts after her, he's committed adultery with her. Have you ever heard that? Alright. So Kyle, by your own admission, based on God's standards, yes, indeed. So, we're going to put it for the proof of the test. You gotta understand, and understand the whole thing. So if you spend the God tonight,
Isaac was just something
you're still in the sin.
and Abraham, Isaac,
Would you be innocent or guilty? Alright, you can So the question is where does that leave you being guilty? If you still are in your sins, but when you face God, where does that leave you? In hell, right? In hell. A place of eternal punishment, right? Alright. Now the question is, does that concern you? Yeah? Well, it should concern you. It definitely concerns me. You seem like a nice guy. You understand what these things are. You know, being that you're a nice guy, and you do nice things, working with you, prove that's cool. But the thing is that doing nice things, you only do so much. You see, doing nice things is like this eraser. You know, they try to cover it up, but it's still pretty clear, right? And there's only one way to actually completely erase all of this. So, how would you like to have this completely erased from your record forever? Not even the slightest trace of evilness on your record forever. How would you like that? Great, right? So do you want to know what God did for you so that it doesn't happen? You can have it in this kind of form. You want to know what He did for you? See, 2,000 years ago, God became a man as Jesus of Nazareth to pay that price on your behalf. See, you know, the entire gospel message can be summed up in 11 words. You broke God's law, Jesus paid your fine. It is finished. So the thing is that all God asks you to do is to turn from your sins. You know, the same way that you would run from somebody who tries to give you a dead fish, and then trust in Christ, who died on the cross for your sins and rose again on the third day. And He sits at the right hand of God Himself, and He will be able to allow you into heaven completely free of charge. Because there's nothing we can do to get to heaven. It's all a matter of what God did for us. And when we stand before God, trusting in Christ, that's all He'll say is redeemed. It means you've been bought and paid for by the blood of Christ. And that's the thing. God for forgiveness of sin, that's all He's going to do. So, definitely give a serious thought about this. It's really great talking to you. I'm Kyle. We'll get you your wallet. But definitely give serious consideration about this. Real good. Yeah, have some candy. Help yourself to some scraps. We definitely got plenty. For more information, feel free to contact us. We're Set the Captives Free Ministries, and you can call us at 845-883-0089. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless.